హాయ్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, ఇంతకుముందు వీడియోలో మనము ఏం వర్బ్ తీసుకున్నాము? షీ చీట్స్ పీపుల్ అని చీట్తో ఒక వర్బ్ తీసుకొని ఒక సెంటెన్స్ చేసి మనము 9 క్వశ్చన్స్ రాసి వాటికి ఆన్సర్స్ రాసి వాటిని మనము 12 టెన్స్లో వాటిని మార్చి మనం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసాం. అదేవిధంగా ఇప్పుడు ఇంకో వర్బ్ తీసుకోబోతున్నాము. ఏంటి ఆ వర్బ్ అనేది? డ్రా, DRAW, డ్రా. This is what, when, I'll write it once again for you. What, when, okay. DRAW, draw. I draw cartoons. ఇక్కడ మనము డ్రా అనే వర్బ్ తీసుకున్నాము. ఆ వర్బ్కి ఒక సెంటెన్స్ రాసాము. ఏంటి ఆ సెంటెన్స్? ఐ డ్రా కార్టూన్స్, నేను బొమ్మలు గీస్తాను. ఇజంట్ ఇట్? ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఈ యొక్క సెంటెన్స్ బేసిస్ పైన మనము ఈ క్వశ్చన్స్ అడగాలి. వాటిని అడిగి చూద్దాం. నెంబర్ 1, వాట్ డూ యూ డూ? ఆన్సర్స్: I draw cartoons. నువ్వేం చేస్తావు? నేను బొమ్మలు గీస్తాను. Second one, when do you draw cartoons? I draw cartoons in the office and at home. Third one, I'm sorry. I draw cartoons during office hours. Second one, third one, where do you draw cartoons? I draw cartoons in the office and at home. Fourth one, which cartoons do you draw? I draw animal cartoons. Fifth one, who draws cartoons? Prasad draws cartoons. Sixth one, why do you draw cartoons? I draw cartoons because it is my profession. Seventh one, with whose help do you draw cartoons? I draw cartoons with my colleagues' help. Eighth one, for whom do you draw cartoons? I draw cartoons for the children. Nine, how do you draw cartoons I draw cartoons with a pencil and colors. Okay, for example, ఇక్కడ నువ్వేం చేస్తావని ఇక్కడ అడుగుతున్నారు. ఐ డ్రా కార్టూన్స్, నేను బొమ్మలు గీస్తానని మనము ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్కి చెప్తున్నాము. వెన్ డూ యూ డ్రా కార్టూన్స్, నువ్వు కార్టూన్స్ ఎప్పుడు బొమ్మలు గీస్తావా. ఐ డ్రా కార్టూన్స్ డ్యూరింగ్ ఆఫీస్ అవర్స్, నేను ఆఫీస్ టైమింగ్స్లో నేను కార్టూన్స్ బొమ్మలు గీస్తాను. వేర్ డూ యూ డ్రా కార్టూన్స్, నువ్వు బొమ్మలు ఎక్కడ గీస్తావు. ఐ డ్రా కార్టూన్స్ ఇన్ ది ఆఫీస్ అండ్ అట్ హోమ్, నేను బొమ్మలు ఆఫీస్లో మరియు ఇంట్లో గీస్తాను. విచ్ కార్టూన్స్ డూ యూ డ్రా, నువ్వు ఏ బొమ్మలు గీస్తావు. ఐ డ్రా యానిమల్ కార్టూన్స్, నేను జంతువుల హాస్య చిత్రాలని గీస్తాను. హూ డ్రాస్ కార్టూన్స్, కార్టూన్స్ ఎవరు గీస్తారు, బొమ్మలు ఎవరు గీస్తారు. ప్రసాద్ డ్రాస్ కార్టూన్స్, ప్రసాద్ బొమ్మలు గీస్తాడు. వై డూ యూ డ్రా కార్టూన్స్, నువ్వు బొమ్మలు ఎందుకు గీస్తావు. ఐ డ్రా కార్టూన్స్ బికాస్ ఇట్ ఈస్ మై ప్రొఫెషన్, నా వృత్తి కాబట్టి నేను బొమ్మలు గీస్తాను. విత్ హూస్ హెల్ప్ డూ యూ డ్రా కార్టూన్స్, నువ్వు ఎవరి సహాయంతో నువ్వు బొమ్మలు గీస్తావు. ఐ డ్రా కార్టూన్స్ విత్ మై కొలీగ్స్ హెల్ప్, నాతో పనిచేసే వారి సహాయంతో నేను బొమ్మలు గీస్తాను. ఫర్ హూమ్ డూ యూ డ్రా కార్టూన్స్, నువ్వు ఎవరి కోసం బొమ్మలు గీస్తావు. ఐ డ్రా కార్టూన్స్ ఫర్ ద చిల్డ్రన్, నేను పిల్లల కోసము ఈ బొమ్మలు గీస్తాను. హౌ డూ యూ డ్రా కార్టూన్స్, నువ్వు బొమ్మలు ఎలా గీస్తావు. ఐ డ్రా కార్టూన్స్ విత్ పెన్సిల్ అండ్ కలర్స్, నేను రంగులతో మరియు పెన్సిల్తో నేను కార్టూన్స్ గీస్తాను, బొమ్మలు గీస్తాను. సో ఇక్కడ మనం సింపుల్ ప్రెజెంట్ టెన్స్లో క్వశ్చన్స్ అడిగాము, వాటికి సమాధానం ఇచ్చాము. ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేయాలి, వీటిని మనం టెన్సెస్లోకి మార్చుకోవాలి. అంటే టెన్సెస్లోకి మార్చుకోవాలంటే మనకి ఈ హెల్పింగ్ వర్బ్స్ మెయిన్ వర్బ్స్ చేంజ్ అవ్వాలి. సో ఇవి చేంజ్ చేసుకుంటూ మనము వాటిని పలకాలి. ఇప్పుడు వీటిని మనము పాస్ట్ టెన్స్లో ఎలా చెప్పాలి. వాట్ డిడ్ యూ డూ, ఐ డ్రూ కార్టూన్స్. వెన్ డిడ్ యూ డ్రా కార్టూన్స్, ఐ డ్రూ కార్టూన్స్ డ్యూరింగ్ ఆఫీస్ అవర్స్. వేర్ డిడ్ యూ డ్రా కార్టూన్స్, I drew cartoons in the office and at home. Which cartoons did you draw? I drew animal cartoons. Who drew cartoons? Prasad drew cartoons. Why did you draw cartoons? I drew cartoons because it was my profession. With whose help did you draw cartoons? I drew cartoons with my colleagues' help. For whom did you draw cartoons? I drew cartoons for the children. How did you draw cartoons? I drew cartoons with a pencil and colors. ఇక్కడ మనం నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి? సింపుల్ ఫ్యూచర్. సింపుల్ ఫ్యూచర్కి ఏం రావాలి? What will you do? I will draw cartoons. When will you draw cartoons? I will draw cartoons during office hours. Where will you draw cartoons? I will draw cartoons in the office and at home. Which cartoons will you draw? I will draw animal cartoons. Who will draw cartoons? Prasad will draw cartoons. Why will you draw cartoons? I will draw cartoons because it is my profession. With whose help will you draw cartoons? I will draw cartoons with my colleagues' help. For whom will you draw cartoons? I will draw cartoons for the children. How will you draw cartoons? I will draw cartoons with a pencil and colors. ఇప్పుడు నెక్స్ట్ మనం ఇప్పుడు present continuous tense. What are you doing? I am drawing cartoons. When are you drawing cartoons? I am drawing cartoons during office hours. Where are you drawing cartoons? I am drawing cartoons in the office and at home. Which cartoons are you drawing? I am drawing animal cartoons. Who is drawing cartoons? Prasad is drawing cartoons. Why are you drawing cartoons? I am drawing cartoons because it is my profession. With whose help are you drawing cartoons? I am drawing cartoons with my colleagues' help. For whom are you drawing cartoons? I am drawing cartoons for the children. How are you drawing cartoons? I am drawing cartoons with a pencil and colors. Past continuous tense. What were you doing? I was drawing cartoons. When were you drawing cartoons? I was drawing cartoons during office hours. Where were you drawing cartoons? I was drawing cartoons in the office and at home. Which cartoons were you drawing? I was drawing animal cartoons. Who was drawing cartoons? Prasad was drawing cartoons. Why were you drawing cartoons? I was drawing cartoons because it was my profession. With whose help were you drawing cartoons? I was drawing cartoons with my colleagues' help. For whom were you drawing cartoons? I was drawing cartoons for the children. How were you drawing cartoons? I was drawing cartoons with a pencil and colors. Next, future continuous. What will you be doing? I will be drawing cartoons. When will you be drawing cartoons? I will be drawing cartoons during office hours. Where will you be drawing cartoons? I will be drawing cartoons in the office and at home. Which cartoons will you be drawing? I will be drawing animal cartoons. Who will be drawing cartoons? Prasad will be drawing cartoons. Why will you be drawing cartoons? I will be drawing cartoons because it is my profession. With whose help will you be drawing cartoons? I will be drawing cartoons with my colleagues' help. For whom will you be drawing cartoons? I will be drawing cartoons for the children. How will you be drawing cartoons? I will be drawing cartoons with a pencil and colors. ఇప్పుడు present perfect. What have you done? I have drawn cartoons. When have you drawn cartoons? I have drawn cartoons during office hours. Where have you drawn cartoons? I have drawn cartoons in the office and at home. Which cartoons have you drawn? I have drawn animal cartoons. Who has drawn cartoons? Prasad has drawn cartoons. Why have you drawn cartoons? I have drawn cartoons because it is my profession. With whose help have you drawn cartoons? I have drawn cartoons with my colleagues' help. For whom have you drawn cartoons? I have drawn cartoons for the children. How have you drawn cartoons? I have drawn cartoons with a pencil and colors. Past perfect tense. What had you done? I had drawn cartoons. When had you drawn cartoons? I had drawn cartoons during office hours. Where had you drawn cartoons? I had drawn cartoons in the office and at home. Which cartoons had you drawn? I had drawn animal cartoons. Who had drawn cartoons? Prasad had drawn cartoons. Why had you drawn cartoons? I had drawn cartoons because it was my profession. With whose help had you drawn cartoons? I had drawn cartoons with my colleagues' help. For whom had you drawn cartoons? I had drawn cartoons for the children. How had you drawn cartoons? I had drawn cartoons with a pencil and colors. ఇప్పుడు future perfect tense. What will you have done? I will have drawn cartoons. When will you have drawn cartoons? I will have drawn cartoons during office hours. Where will you have drawn cartoons? I will have drawn cartoons in the office and at home. Which cartoons will you have drawn? I will have drawn animal cartoons. Who will have drawn cartoons? Prasad will have drawn cartoons. Why will you have drawn cartoons? I will have drawn cartoons because it is my profession. With whose help will you have drawn cartoons? I will have drawn cartoons with my colleagues' help. For whom will you have drawn cartoons? I will have drawn cartoons for the children. How will you have drawn cartoons? I will have drawn cartoons with a pencil and colors. Now we are going to the present perfect continuous tense. What have you been doing? I have been drawing cartoons. When have you been drawing cartoons? I have been drawing cartoons during office hours. Where have you been drawing cartoons? I have been drawing cartoons in the office and at home. Where have you been, which cartoons have you been drawing? I have been drawing animal cartoons. Who has been drawing cartoons? Prasad has been drawing cartoons. Why have you been drawing cartoons? I have been drawing cartoons because it is my profession. With whose help have you been drawing cartoons? I have been drawing cartoons with my colleagues' help. For whom have you drawn cartoons? I have drawn cartoons for the children. How have you drawn cartoons? I have drawn cartoons with a pencil and colors. ఇప్పుడు past perfect continuous tense. What had you done? I had drawn cartoons. I had been drawing cartoons. What had you been drawing? I had been drawing cartoons. When had you been drawing cartoons? I had been drawing cartoons during office hours. Where had you been drawing cartoons? I had been drawing cartoons in the office and at home. Which cartoons had you been drawing? I had been drawing animal cartoons. Who had been drawing cartoons? Prasad had been drawing cartoons. Why had you been drawing cartoons? I had been drawing cartoons because it was my profession. With whose help had you been drawing cartoons? I had been drawing cartoons with my colleagues' help. For whom had you been drawing cartoons? I had been drawing cartoons for the children. How had you been drawing cartoons? I had been drawing cartoons with a pencil and colors. Pretty future perfect continuous tense. What will you have been doing? I will have been drawing cartoons. When will you have been drawing cartoons? I will have been drawing cartoons during office hours. Where will you have been drawing cartoons? I will have been drawing cartoons in the office and at home. Which cartoons will you have been drawing? I will have been drawing animal cartoons. Who will have been drawing cartoons? Prasad will have been drawing cartoons. Why will you have been drawing cartoons? I will have been drawing cartoons because it is my profession. With whose help will you have been drawing cartoons? I will have been drawing cartoons with my colleagues' help. For whom will you have been drawing cartoons? I will have been drawing cartoons for the children. How will you have been drawing cartoons? I will have been drawing cartoons with a pencil and colors. So ఇలా ఫ్రెండ్స్ మనము 12 టెన్సులకి మనము ఏం చేసాము, ఈ 12 క్వశ్చన్స్ చేంజ్ చేసాం, 12 ఆన్సర్స్ చేంజ్. సో 12 9s are 108. 12 9s are 108. ఇప్పుడు మనం ఎన్ని సెంటెన్సెస్ మనం పలికాము? 216. 216 పలుకుతూ ఉంటే ఒక 20-30 వర్బ్స్ మీరు తీసుకొని పలుకుతూ ఉంటే ఇలా చేంజ్ చేస్తూ సెంటెన్సెస్ ఫామ్ చేస్తూ ఇలా మనం ప్రాక్టీస్ చేస్తూ ఉంటే మనం తొందరగా ఫ్లూయెంట్ ఇంగ్లీష్ నేర్చుకోగలం. సో ఇలా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి, మీకు చాలా ఉపయోగకరంగా ఉంటుంది. సో I wish you all the best. Please keep practicing and practice loudly. Thank you.